Welcome to AU in View, a production of the Aurora University Communication Program. We bring you the people and the events of the Aurora University community. I'm Pietro.
And I'm Carrie. And we will be your hosts for this episode. Our feature stories for this episode will be the rundown of intramural sports this year, and we will also be interviewing Dr. Jonathan Dean from the Wackyland Center for Faith in Action. But first, let's go over the latest news.
Aurora University has a new Spartan on campus. It's an 8-foot-tall, 500-pound bronze statue and currently overlooks the front entrance of Alumni Hall. The unnamed statue will hopefully instill a sense of identity and community among students, according to Laura DeLacy, Vice President of Student Life. DeLacy worked with sculptor Matthew Plasek of Omaha, Nebraska, to design and create a statue that could be a symbol for students and faculty of the university. The statue was installed in mid-August without an installation ceremony, but even without the official ceremony, students are already talking about the statue. The bronze figure is currently unnamed, but an advertising class on campus has set up a Twitter account for students to vote on a name. Though it is not an official contest, DeLacy admitted that the school would be willing to consider adopting the name, depending on the results.
As you look around campus, you'll notice multiple of new additions, from buildings, a new statue, and even new faces. There are 18 new hires on campus this year. Dr. Koski, Dean of Faculty, believes it's a combination of student and program growth that determine the need for new faculty positions, along with retirements or resignations from the previous school year. Each new hire goes through a standard application process. Being invited to an interview is a full-day event. A candidate goes through the meetings with the Search and Advisory Committee, the department's respective dean, the Dean of Faculty, a representative from Human Resources, and the General Education Program. Each candidate receives a tour of the campus and does a teaching demonstration to a live audience. This process helps the university to get an understanding of the applicant's communication skills, teaching methods, and philosophy. Once hired, each new faculty member must take a course called Developing Teaching Effectiveness during the fall and spring semesters. The Communication Department new hire, Dr. Kathleen Turner, comments on how the course can be used as a personal reflection process on their teaching skills. The course is designed to help new faculty understand the culture of Aurora University, but also help in developing their instructional skills to achieve their maximum potential.
Aurora Intramurals have begun. Students are looking to compete for the crown of the intramural champion. This past week marked the start of the late-night festivities. Dodgeball, the game that's always been a fan favorite, proved no match for the team Does It Hurt, who walked away champions. The team of veterans fought their way back from the losers bracket to make it to the championship. If you didn't have a chance to take part in the action, don't worry. There are plenty of chances to get involved. Badminton will be held in the Thornton Gymnasium October 2nd and 9th at 10 p.m. Indoor hockey will be held at West Aurora High School at 8 p.m. Mondays through Wednesday, October 6th through the 15th. Wiffle ball will be held at the gym at 10:30 p.m. Monday, October 20th through November 10th. And 3-on-3 basketball will be played in the Thornton Gymnasium at 10 p.m. on Tuesday, October 3rd to November 11th. And during homecoming week, the intramural program will put on a flag football game October 11th before the big game. So make sure to come out and enjoy the fun.
The Wackyland Center for Faith in Action, located on the corner of Evans Lawn and Prairie, offers multiple opportunities for students to become engaged with the world around them. Every Tuesday, the Wackyland Center provides a place for students to discuss topics that range from personal stories to exploring issues of today's society. These meetings, primarily student-run, include a dinner to accompany the night's conversation. Monthly meetings held during the noon hour of the second Thursday of each month are titled On Giant Shoulders and give faculty a chance to share their stories of guidance or inspiration. Dr. Dean, the university's chaplain, describes the importance of the Wackyland Center as a place where students can connect, build community, find friends, and help discover what life means to them. Serve, Lead, and Believe, the Wackyland Center's motto, is used to inspire students to make a difference in the world around them.
Coming up this Saturday, October 4th, the Wackyland Center is hosting a morning of service. This event will give AU students a chance to go out and help those in their community who are less fortunate. It's not too late to register for this event. You can sign up until the morning of October 4th. And today, we have Dr. Dean on the show to tell us more about this year's morning of service event. How's it going, Dr. Dean?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Thank you. So, the first question we have is, can you explain exactly what morning of service is?
Yeah, the Morning of Service is something that the Wackyland Center organizes once each semester, so twice a year. It's an opportunity for the whole AU community to come together, students, faculty, staff, anyone who wants to be involved. And as one campus family, we are sent out into Aurora and the surrounding area to do community service projects with a whole range of different organizations in the area. Mm-hmm. So.
When did this event start?
It began 4 years ago. In the fall of 2010, we realized that there were all kinds of amazing service projects going on campus, but that there wasn't one sort of unifying opportunity for everyone on campus who wanted to get engaged in community service to come together as a community and do that. So that's kind of when it began 4 years ago. Yeah.
How do you guys decide what the events you're going to do for the Morning of Service? Like, how do you dictate what the year's project is going to be?
We work really closely with a whole range of local organizations in Aurora and beyond. We've built up some really good relationships with organizations like Rebuilding Together and Habitat for Humanity and Mutual Ground. And so over time those relationships have grown, and we've continued to send groups of students to those organizations. This year, we've continued that process, and for the first time this Saturday we'll be able to send a group of students to Hesed House, our homeless shelter here in Aurora, which is actually the second largest homeless shelter in the state of Illinois. So that's a new project. We'll also be working more closely with the Park District, organizing events connected to peace in the park, and doing a community garden as well. So we build up those relationships.
How does this event tie into the overall mission of the Wackyland Center?
Well, so the mission of the Wackyland Center, you mentioned our little slogan, Serve, Lead, Believe, is to give opportunities to students to engage with the things that matter most, that give meaning and purpose to their life. But then also to give them opportunities to connect to real one-on-one experiences of those things. And so obviously service is a big part of what we do. It's one of the places where we discover ourselves more fully in service to our fellow humanity. It's a place where I think we can learn lots about who we are and about what drives us and about what gives us fulfillment in life. And so our hope is that the Morning of Service would be a place where students would sort of connect to that passion in themselves to serve others, to give back to the world, and to be a good, responsible, kind of compassionate citizen.
So kind of building off that a little bit, why is it important for students to get involved with the Morning of Service?
It could be the place where you discover a calling in your life to engage, in a whole lifetime of community service and volunteer projects. We've had students come through some of the Morning of Service programs and sort of feel a whole shift in their orientation towards the way they want to engage their neighbors and serve the world around them. We've had students who've changed their major as a result of some of the sort of community service projects that they've gotten engaged in, or had a sense that maybe their career should be with a not-for-profit organization or a charity of some kind, or just in some ways kind of serving communities which are often underserved in our society. So, it can be a profound place to kind of discover yourself. More simply than that, it's also a great opportunity to make new friends, to meet students, other people that you don't already know, and just to kind of spend a morning feeling like you're able to give something back to a city and a community that gives so much to us as a university.
So in there you said that a couple of students have actually changed their majors from the impact of Morning of Service. How have the numbers from maybe the first year you did it to now changed?
Yeah, I mean, so 4 years ago it was kind of a new idea to do something like this that engaged and invited the whole university community. I think we had somewhere between 40 and 50 students for that first Morning of Service 4 years ago. And within a year, the numbers kind of were up to about 100. And I think this year we're already close to 100 for Saturday. Wow. So it's not too late. Just let us know that you'll be there and show up on Saturday morning, and we'd love to see you.
That's great.
Thanks.
So what is the biggest success of Morning of Service? What's been the biggest, like the goal that the Wackyland Center has set that has been reached from these Morning of Service events?
I think to deepen our outreach to the city itself. So I think we have a better sense now as a university community of what the needs are in the city where we live and where we exist as a university. I think we've built some really great bridges into the local community, and we have all kinds of opportunities that have grown out of the morning of service. So to give just one quick example, in partnership with United Way of Fox Valley here in Aurora, which is a connection that came about because of the morning of service, the university is now co-leaders in a project called Volunteer Fox Valley, which is a website which connects local organizations looking for volunteers with people who are hoping to volunteer their time to their community. So there's one big project that is an immediate kind of something that's immediately grown out of the morning of service, just to give you one example.
Wow. Well,
that's been great.
We appreciate everything. If you'd like to tell people one last time how they can still get involved
Absolutely.
Before Saturday.
Not too late. If you want to email the Wackyland Center at cfa@aurora.edu, that's all you need to do. And then Saturday we gather at the Wackyland Center at 8:30. We'll send everyone out in teams to different projects around the city, and then we'll come back here at lunchtime to campus. And there's a lunch which is free. You also get a T-shirt, which is also free. So it's don't say we never give you anything. And then over lunch we'll reflect on what we've been doing and on the impact it's had on us. Yeah. So that's the plan for the day.
Well, thank you, Dr.
Yes,
Dean, and thank you for talking about morning service.
Thanks
Hope everybody gets out there and signs up.
Thank you.
It's almost time to say goodbye, but before that we have one last thing, a calendar of events of what else is going on campus.
On Thursday, October 2nd, Dr. Jeffrey Bulanda will be speaking at 7 p.m. in Perry Theater as a part of our Faculty Speaker Series. He'll be covering his time spent in the Sierra Leone.
Also on October 2nd, there will be a spoken word poet, Shane Romero, in the Spartan Spot at 7 p.m.
Next week is homecoming week, and we have some exciting events going on as well. Monday, October 6th, hypnotist Eric Mina will be performing in Crimmy Auditorium at 10 p.m.
Tuesday, October 7th, comedian Dustin Ybarra will be in UBH at 10 p.m., giving you some comic relief.
The Social Work Association will be hosting Mental Health Awareness Day at 11:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. in Dunham Atrium.
Magician Joel Myers will be here in homecoming week and will be performing in the Crimmy Auditorium at 10 p.m.
That's all we have for this episode of AU in View. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.